Hello friends, welcome to this Laravel tutorial. Today I am going to show you how many ways we can update our records in using Eloquent ORM and Query Builder. In last video I will showed about the add operations or insert operations, how many ways using the Eloquent ORM and the Query Builder. So here I written some steps or some methods. One by one we will see what's happened. Okay, so let's start. So the very first option is to find and update single model with save methods. Okay, so this is very common, very popular. I can show you here. See, this is our update functions. Earlier I told you about that. So here, see, I am getting here the ID. I am using the employee model on find method, and if this ID exists in our table, then it will return an instance, and on that instance we update our fields, and finally we hit the save method to changes in our database. Okay, so this is working like that. I will show you how it's working. See, this is our the employee list. So here I can choose anyone, suppose this one, and just come here and put like Mandal and save it. Okay, so see, this record changes, right? So this is very frequently we use to update a single record in our table, right? This is happening in ORM only, because these functions are provided by ORM. In the query builder we don't have these kind of functions, but in the query builder we have this type of operations we can perform to update. So I will show you this one also, because it's written here in the step 2. This is for the mass update. Okay, so whatever the conditions, I will put it here in the where condition. This is for the Eloquent and this is for the query builder. So this is very clearly, whatever we put in the condition and pass the array with the key value, it will update for the all matching records. Okay, so here if I use ID, then it will update only one record. If we use any other column name like is active or something else, and which records have this property one, all of the record will update it automatically. Okay, so that's why it's calling the mass update. Okay, so here you can see I am putting here like the same where conditions. So one by one I will show you. Okay, so I am going to comment this one and open this one, and let's check what the changes is happening, right? So come to here, and okay, this thing I will going to update ID 18. So I am just changing the first name. Okay, and click on save. So IDTC, the first name is changing. So because here in the where command I am using the ID, so it will target only one row. That's why it's changing in only one. Okay, if I put here something else which has which target or which filter many rows, so all of those rows will updated with this field, right? So this is another one. This is the query builder queries. So here just change this employee to db colon table names, right? Rest of the things are same, so it will also work. So suppose again I am going to change this first name and hit save button. So now see that Kumari will gone. Okay, so this is working like that. So here this is also like the mass update, but we can use for the single update also. And the fourth one is create and update, right? The third one is update or create. If the syntax is like that, employee of update or create, and here the employee here the email ID is the search. See, search with the email ID field, whatever the first one, and update the first and last name, because here the second argument, whatever we written in the second argument, it will going to update. Or if not found, then merge these two array and insert it. So let's see how it's working or not working. So here I am written the same thing. So here I am going to find out with the email id. If found, then update this thing. If not found, then insert, right? So save it, come to here, and suppose I chosen this one. Okay, so I am going to put here last name only. Okay, I am going to update the last name and set on it on save. So that, see, this record is added and no other record is this record is updated and no other record is updated inserted, right? But again, when I am going to hit this record and change here the email id, because email id is the filterable there in the query. So suppose if I put here like this, rest of the record is same. So when I hit it here, same. So one record is inserted. See, Sunita Sinha Chennai. Here the email ID is something else. So this third one is if find with this email ID, then update. Otherwise insert. Okay, and insertion is all four. You can see these two array are merged and then inserted, right? So here these are the third step. Fourth one is for the multiple update or create. Suppose here we can see only one record is inserted and only one record is updated. Okay, but suppose we need to update multiple records or insert multiple records. So on that time we use upsert method. In the upsert method we pass three parameters. The first parameter is the list of whatever we have to update or insert, right? So here I clearly written also. The first argument consists of the value to insert or update, means whatever we pass here it will either update or insert. Okay, the second argument, the list of columns. This is the list of columns. What it will do, it will uniquely identify the records within the associated table. Whatever the table we mention here or model we mention here, it will identify the unique record. If found, then update, otherwise it will insert. What is the third argument? The third argument here we written like should be update if the matching record is already exist in the table. So suppose here we written last name and city name, so only update last name and city name, not first name or email id, right? So here the last argument is an array of columns that should be updated if a matching record is exists. So suppose I provide something and if found, then only update whatever we mention here. Okay, if not found, then insert all of them, means all data. So these four are common way to update our model or update our tables. But the first one and the second one is mainly used because in our applications very rarely, or in the file upload we can say we use upsert command, right? And for the mass find or create, very rarely we use this one also, update or create, because many times we are going to do with create separately and update separately, right? One more thing here, suppose we have a JSON column, right? The column name is option, and in that column so many key values are stored and we have to update it. So how we can do it? So here put the column name and after that the arrow and the key name and set the value. So this will update that particular things, right? So these four are these four ways we can use to update our record in Laravel using Eloquent ORM or query builder. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel.